So minor problem. I was about to smoke this bad boy today, and that's when I realized that my buddy has my chainsaw, and that's what I need to cut up my wood for smoking. So what I'm going to do is, the next step in this guy is to rinse it all off with water. So I have it here in the sink. I'm going to take it out of the bag, give it a really good rinse with water. Then I'm going to just toss it in the freezer until next weekend. It'll be fine, and I'll thaw it out before I put it on the smoker, and I'm going to smoke it next weekend. So basically that's about it. So there's my smoker. I'm ashamed to say I didn't properly store it for the winter. So it's been here all winter. We're going to open it up and see what's in there. I just moved it. I'm putting down a proper base this year. I got these fire bricks off of Kijiji, 25 bucks for about 40 of them, which is really cheap. Some of them have these funky African faces on them. I should really photograph all the faces before I use them. Smoker has 3 feet, so I have three of these arranged in a triangle, sort of, for the feet. I just moved it, dug up a little bit, and put the bricks down there. Used to be a problem with it just sinking down into the mud. It's just a cheap-ass smoker, but it works. So it's not that bad. I'm going to take my rack here and throw it in the dishwasher. I've also got these racks. There's 2 of them. Actually, this came out of an old convection microwave that we had, that we no longer have, but we kept the racks from it. And it works really well to give you a double-decker smoking capability. I'll probably use that today and put the bacon up on the upper level there and just leave the bottom level empty. So I got a little bit of cleaning here to do, and then I'm going to start up the smoker. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, this is called a vertical smoker, sometimes a bullet smoker. It's got 2 pans. The bottom is the fire pan, where you put the fire in the chips and so on. And then in the middle layer here, there's another pan that holds water. You can see, as I said, I didn't clean this out since last year. You fill this up with water, and the water acts as a heat sink, so that the heat from down here isn't too direct on your meat. It's not an ideal way to smoke, but it works fairly well. I've been happy with it over the last number of years that I've been doing it. Normally you don't want the heat right under the meat, but having the water in the middle actually does a pretty decent job, and it also gives off steam so that it doesn't dry out the meat too much. Alright, so we're going to start this puppy up. Just a little bit of cardboard in there. Where did my other piece go? A little bit of cardboard. Put that on the bottom. Now, we got some various twigs here. These are service berry. That's the service berry I cut up there not long ago. It's not that dry, but should be small enough that you can get things going with it. Should be just fine. It's actually a little bit damp because we had some rain the other day. Quite a bit of rain. But I think we will be okay, because you'll see my magic method of starting the smoker, which works pretty well and has not failed me yet, knock on wood. Well, let's just get some of that in there. see it's kind of dampish. It's all good though. Service berry, good smoking wood, good flavor wood. Alright. Let's see. There's my magic. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, she's starting to go good there. But I gotta keep the propane on it for a little bit yet. You can hear it crackling. The torch itself, the flame has gone out coming out of the torch. But as long as I keep the stream of propane going into the flame that's inside the smoker, it's obviously going to ignite the propane and burn just fine. So that's what I'm doing. Let's see what happens if I take that out now. I don't think it's going to stay lit just yet at this point. Usually it takes 5 or 10 minutes of the torch and it'll get going. Alright, it's going, and whether or not it's going to remain that way is yet to be seen, so we'll just let that burn away a little bit. And you see it's only on one side there. It's starting over here a bit and in there. We'll just let that go a little bit, see where we get, and it's going to be at least 10 or 15 minutes anyway until we can until we got some coals and we're ready to do some actual smoking. Alright, minor disaster. Right over here, I don't know if you can see it, my water pan has a little leak. It's not quite in the bottom, so it will hold a little bit of water, but I don't like that at all. It's not going to hold much. I'm going to get that out of there. So actually, that's why I bought this. I got a stainless steel bowl. I measured it, I'm pretty sure it'll fit in there. It's a little bit bigger than the one that's there, but I think it'll do okay, and it only cost me about $8 or something at one of those bargain shops. That's originally why I bought it 2 years ago, in case the water pan blew. So let's see what happens. Alright, it does fit. That means I won't have that bowl anymore because the bottom of it will get pretty black from this. I'll have to pick up a new bowl because I had gotten used to using that in the kitchen. But that does seem to fit, so I think we're going to be okay. And of course the dripping water from my pan caused my fire to start to go out, so I am charging it up a bit. You can see the flame is actually not coming out of the torch, but as long as there's propane coming out and feeding that fire, I'm A-OK. So I'll just feed this for another few minutes and we should be good to go. Yeah, so there's my hole in the pan right there. If I'm lucky, I might be able to put a drop of solder on that. I'll just take the enamel away first, and maybe if I'm lucky I can put a drop of solder on there and I'll be good to go. I don't know, we'll see. So part of my problem is that the wood is wetter than I thought. I can see water. See that drip come out there? The water is actually coming out of the wood with the heat here. It's not a big deal. This isn't going to be my smoke wood. I just get the thing going, and it will dry out in a few minutes, and will give me a coal bed that I'll be okay. The apple wood that I'm using for smoking is well seasoned, well dried out, and it'll be perfect here, so I'm not worried at all.